So this week we're talking, well, it's the third week of screw-ons for us at Climbing Hold Review, and we have a starter set from Morganics, which is, I believe, a 50 hold starter set, and you can see some of the holds here. These are part of these are the bolt-ons from the starter set. There's a whole bunch of those, but that's going to be a different review. This week, what we're going to be talking about is these little blue guys. Hoink! Here. These are the screw-ons you get with the starter set. There's 15 handholds and 15 footholds. We'll run through really quick. There's not really much to say about the feet, but the handholds are kind of interesting. I'll talk you through the route because you're going to see it on video and we'll see how it goes. You start sitting down on these two holds with a tiny little foot. Tiny little foot. What you've got is two. These are jugs, mind you. This, which is one pad, 3 fingers, not very in cut, and then this guy, which is about the same hold, again, one pad, 3 fingers, a little bit more in cut. What you're doing from here is you're coming through, getting onto this pinch. This was the crux move on the first route you'll see in the other video. You're looking at, you know, this is a pinch, not a jug. You're looking at like half pad, maybe quarter pad if your fingers are big. You really can't get your fingers down in this, and then if you undercut, you're looking at like quarter pad underneath 3 fingers. Come on up to this guy, tonk. You're looking at a fairly good pinch, but you're looking at half pad, 4 fingers, really get onto it. We have this guy upside down as an undercut. Kind of a jug, more of a little in cut. You're looking at about 3/4 pad, just about 4 fingers. This one here is really shallow. And then you've got this guy, which is like a pad, but super shallow, but you can pinch round. One thing to note on these holds is, even though you can see our screw heads, they're not actually pre-drilled, and the screws that come with these guys, you'll see from the video, you really have to hang on the drill to even get through them. You're really going through, and by the time the screw actually catches and pulls, generally, you know, it's in, done, and you can really crack the hold. You know, put your drill on the really low torque setting, and even then with some of the footholds we did actually crack them. From these two guys, you're coming all the way up to the biggest hold, which is this one, which is a pad, nearly 2 pads, full hand jug. Even though these holes are screwed flat, this hole doesn't quite sit flat on the wall. There's a slight groove at the back you can get your fingers in. What you're doing is actually swinging your feet over to the footholds, but we'll leave those for a minute. We're onto this guy, 4 fingers, 1 pad. It's a fairly flat edge. You can get a bear down on it, get your thumb on the wood. Then into this guy, super thin. I actually find this guy very hard to get my fingers into. It's, you know, I'm really not getting, you know, getting half pad, 4 fingers, but I'm really not that comfortable on it. And then you come on down to this guy, which is the second largest hold, 1 pad, 4 fingers, very in cut, but a little bit sharp. Some of these guys are a little bit sharp. They could do with being a little bit more rounded. Then we'll talk about the feet. This guy here, Mark, good work Mark. Mark pre-drilled the holes, or actually put it on the wall a bit crooked, so it doesn't sit flat anymore. We've left it up there just for a point of reference. It's pretty bomber, and it didn't crack, but it's not the best. Now the rest of the feet are stuff like this. Always got 2 screws, very small. You know, they're nothing big. You know, I wouldn't use these guys as handholds because, you know, we use the holds as handholds, and the holds, you know, are half as thick as these, but they're a little bit more comfortable in a very kind of strange way. Most of these guys are little tiny slopes, super sloped, super hard to get your feet on. The worst ones are these guys here. This guy is absolutely, well, it's a brilliant foothold, but it's absolutely rubbish. It's actually split here on the side. You can't see it. There's a split in this hold here, but this guy, you know, you're looking at a pad. Maybe you could hang on to it round in a rep. We didn't play. We were playing with the screw and handholds. This time we left the footholds as footholds because there's only so much crazy we can go with. And this guy here split as well. When I put it up on the wall on a very low torque setting, when the screw went in and sucked in, it just cracked the hold. There's 10 of these guys. This is one of the smallest ones here, little tiny. We do actually use this, strange enough, as a handhold on one of our routes, but it's more of a get on and palm and just stop yourself from falling off of it. But as you can see, if you look at my finger, these guys aren't very big at all. They're really small. So this is part 1 of the Morganics starter set. There'll be 3 parts because there's such a variety of holds. There's the screw-ons, the screw-on feet, and then there's a a bunch of bolt-ons, and they're all from different sets of holds. So basically, to make it easier and to make it more comprehensive for you, we've split it into 3 reviews. You can't actually buy the screw-on jibs when you buy climbing holds from Morganics, because they actually come in big bulk packs rather than just 10 at a time. The only time you'll ever see 10 of these holds is when you buy the starter set. Morganics have a 50 hold starter set and a 60 hold starter set. You're generally going to get a bunch of screw-ons like we've seen for our hands, a bunch of screw-on jibs, and the rest are all going to be bolt-on holds. Bit of a variety in colour, you know, some of these guys are purple, a couple of the guys are orange, which is a little bit strange. It's like someone got a bag of holds and went, alright, 10, different colours, whatever, just chucked them in. So these are Morganics starter set. Most of the screw-on handholds are jugs, screw-on set A, although they're not really that juggy. If you've got tiny sized fingers, they're really worth having a look at. If you've got the normal sized fingers, you're probably going to find them a little bit cramped. And for a starter set, not a beginner set, yeah, there's some good variety there, but you know, watch the video, see what we did. My shoulder hurts, my finger hurts from climbing on these guys. We climbed really hard, and that's it. Enjoy the review. Happy Christmas. Peace.